Hey everybody, it is Thursday and you know what time it is. It is time for another segment of Money, Miracles, and Magic. All right, so let's get into another money identity prompt, okay? So, there's two of them that I'm going to give you today that you can start to work on instantly, okay? And so, I'm going to read you this statement. I want you to think about it. There is a life that exists for me where money is never a worry. There is a life that exists for me where money is never a worry. And I want you to pause and I want you to see where in your body you may have had a little blip, or maybe you felt a leap in your stomach. Maybe there was a hint of excitement somewhere. And I want you to go to that area in your body. I want you to go to that emotion. And I want you to think about what thoughts, emotions, and feelings does that statement produce within your body? What thoughts, emotions, and feelings does the statement produce in your body? Now I want you to hold that space. The next question, the next prompt that I want you to consider is this. I always have an overflow of money through multiple avenues that are aligned with my soul. I always have an overflow of money through multiple avenues that are aligned with my soul. And I want you to consider, in the same way that you considered the first statement, I want you to consider the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that that statement produces. That reality for you produces in your body. How do both of those statements make you feel? And as you write, like always, like I've always said, like I always say, do not censor whatever comes up. Just allow a stream of consciousness to carry on through you because you're writing. So your consciousness is going to come through you on that piece of paper. Remember, we're not here to judge ourselves. This is not a whole entire full day exercise, only if you want it to be. It can be between 5 to 10 minutes. You have no idea the liberation that you can experience in 5 to 10 minutes. All right? And I want you to notice something about both of these statements that I read to you. Neither of those statements include or give any feeling of suffering. It does not include you scraping for anything, scraping for change, scraping for money, wondering where the next dollar is coming from. Those statements feed your identity as a person, as a being who is abundant in money. Those statements speak to your elevated, liberated identity that is in complete wholeness and wellness in your money. Yes, we can talk about wholeness and wellness and abundance and prosperity in your body, in your health, in physical health, in your relationships. But for the purposes of this segment, we're focused on money. And the reason why that is so important for us to focus on money and to talk about money, to be true about our desires to wanting more of it to flow in our lives easily, is because we tend to separate our spirituality from finance. The two are designed to coexist because they exist within you. You are spirit, you are currency, you are energy, you are money. You came here to be liberated in every single way. You didn't come into this earth with your soul bound. You came here free. Free on all levels. Free in every single part of your daily life. And that includes being free and liberated in your money. To have liberation means to have choices, means to have alternatives. And the more money that you have, the more choices that you have, the more alternatives that you have. That's just what it is. So I want you to consider those statements. I'll repeat them again. There is a life that exists for me where money is never a worry. I always have an overflow of money through multiple avenues that are aligned with my soul. So these are not just statements. We are being liberated from these just being statements to these being our realities, because they are. And it's up to us to bring the reality that is in the cosmos onto this physical plane. Until next time, be rich.